Barangay Vito is one of the 19 diverse barangays in the municipality of Minglanilla. Located at the northwest end of the island of Cebu, it is a total of 370.50 hectares, home to friendly, humble, and respectful 8,700 residents as of 2015. Vitohanons form an informal community because they are like one big family that coexist. Barangay Vito is composed of 5 sitios, namely Acoy, Camarin, Tagaytay, Tives, and Ugoy. Here you can find green fields and beautiful subdivisions unlike the busy bustling streets of downtown Cebu. Honorable Jennifer D. Lariosa is the barangay captain of Barangay Vito. She has been the barangay captain for 9 consecutive years since 2011, a member of Sangguniang Kabataan or SK for 5 years, the ABC president of the municipality of Minglanilla, and a mother to 4 beautiful children. She surely is dear to the hearts of all Vitohanons. Elevated at 668 feet above sea level, views are simply spectacular. Being on a mountain, the breeze is simply refreshing. You can get both the sea view and the mountain view. Green fields that welcome all kinds of crops throughout each year. Barangay Vito is just like any other barangay, but with a distinct beauty with it. Barangay Vito is a suburban area wherein you can both enjoy a city life and a provincial life. Amidst its location, the place has no doubt full of its cultural heritage, especially the tangible ones. Tangible heritage refers to general materials such as plants, animals, monuments, objects, and many more that advocate the society's history and culture. Consequently, the barrio is surprisingly abundant on specific flora and faunas. Moreover, they are also known for agricultural and artificial ways. Few of Barangay Vito's abundant animals are the dogs, the chickens, and the goats. Vitohanons nurture dogs to be their companion in life and to being the guard of their respective homes. They love their chickens for poultry farming, as poultry provides companionship, warmth, and nutrition within the variety of the meat and eggs. Many people enjoy racing and showing chickens at fairs and other poultry shows. Others purely enjoy raising them for backyard animals, like how most of their fathers and the fathers before them do. Along the lines of poultry farming is goat farming. There are numerous benefits or advantages of the goat farming business. That is why many farmers in Barangay Vito are raising goats for profit and also for making their livelihood. They raise them for their meat, milk, skin, and many more. Goats are suitable for both small-scale and commercial operations. At one glance, you might think that majority of its residents are laborers or office workers, but on the contrary, 40% and above are farmers. Vitohanon is definitely an adherent of culture. They believe that through farming, anyone can gain something, and with it, you can give back to nature. Vegetables, spices, and banana trees are the dominant plants they harvest. The farmers choose these plants because they are essential and profitable. Although the barangay was known for being the best supplier of melons in the market, the production was unfortunately halted because of deprivation. Along with their idea of farming, they also came up with the spring water box project. The main concept of this irrigation system is to agglomerate or collect rain for future purposes. The spring water box is functional for cultivating on clinic premises, but drinking from it is prohibited. Due to this pandemic, the supply supply of banana, chickens, and many others have decreased. Because of the situation we are in right now, the Vitohanos have been struggling financially, which resulted in their need to sell their own cows and chickens. But they also tried ways that could help them get by preserving their banana trees. Bananas are endangered by a number of plant diseases and could suffer more as climate change encourages those pathogens to escalate. It is remarkable to us that the efforts of promoting hygiene measures have been successful, and that is because there is an embodiment of these protective measures. Maintaining physical distance between other people and constantly washing hands have been inconvenient and require constant vigilance, but they are still being implemented even in Barangay Vito. If COVID-19 is spreading in the community, they should be able to stay safe by adhering to simple precautions such as physical distancing, wearing a mask, keeping rooms well ventilated, avoiding crowds, cleaning of hands, and coughing into an elbow or tissue. Although pollution may not be stopped, it can be reduced or minimized as all the trashes and waste will be gathered in one area with the use of a fence system. Without this fence system, all the trashes and wastes will be everywhere. We, humans, the Vitohanos, are the ones who should be able to do all these acts for our environment, especially because we are the ones to be blamed in causing pollution. Intangible heritage, fiesta, and more after this commercial break.
I wanna visit to my girlfriend. I miss her. While the boyfriend is on the way on his girlfriend's house, he called her. Babe, I'm coming there. And his girlfriend replied,
Okay, babe, just tell me if you're here on Vito.
When Jason arrived to his girlfriend's house, he said, Hi tita and tito, mano po? And her dad said,
Hello Jason, kamusta na? Let's eat.
Then Jason did the pagmamano to her girlfriend's parents and then proceeded to dinner. On dinner, his dad said,
Here, eat Jason. I'm sorry we didn't prepare much.
And then Jason replied, It's fine, Tito. In fact, thank you for your hospitality. I really appreciate it. And then Jason and her girlfriend's family had a wonderful meal and then talked about life.
Pagmamano might be a very dominant tradition in the Philippines, but it does not mean that it will last forever unless people decide to preserve it. And as always, there will always be fire in the volcano. Soft powers such as some influential groups have made our current generation slowly forget our rich cultures. However, it is not just the soft powers that are threatening these cultures, as that was just the tip of the iceberg. Just this year, the Philippines Congress passed a bill which forbids Filipinos to use pagmamano, but to instead bow merely while placing one's palm on the chest. This means that sooner or later, this precious culture is about to bid farewell to its people. The threats are unfortunately not only limited to man. Nature as well can affect the cultures of Vitohanons, as nature tends to limit how the society works. As of the pandemic, citizens were constantly reminded to avoid skin-to-skin contact. Knowing that this culture does involve such, citizens have no choice but to put their cultures aside, hoping that it's only temporary and will be restored when the right time comes. If we do want to preserve our cultures, Vitohanos should still be able to continue to act, give life to these cultures, and make this a part of their daily living. Though because of the current pandemic, it is reasonable to put cultures aside, but it is still not reasonable to stop these cultures from being part of everyone's lives. One must continue one's culture, and the others must continue to teach constantly and pass their cultures to their successors. Filipinos are not themselves without their own cultures, which applies to Vitohanans as well. At the right moment, cultures should be practiced once again to create a bandwagon effect. If dominant, these cultures will surely be preserved. Santa Filomena is a saint of the infants, babies, and youths. She became a role model to Vitohanans because of her faith and devotion to the Lord. The altar of the Santa Filomena Chapel is well designed to accommodate the celebration of Holy Masses and as well as the feast day of Santa Filomena, which happens every last Saturday of the month of August. Vitohanans celebrate Santa Filomena's feast day to remind them about her bravery and her strong faith to God. Santa Filomena influenced the Vitohanans to always have faith in God and to be brave because God will always be there for them. Barangay Vito has different formal institutions: elementary and high school teacher working force, irrigators administration, and non-profit organizations that empowered women. In this example, we will focus on the irrigators administration, whose main focus is to strengthen farmers through training activities to make them more effective partners of the National Irrigation Administration in irrigation development and management. Barangay Vito is one of the major suppliers of honeydew or muskmelon, other fruits and vegetables in the leading supermarkets and groceries in Cebu City. This is possible because of the support of the National Irrigation Administration or NIA. In this administration, they will offer education classes and resources to enhance the expertise of the farmers. National Irrigation Administration also helps through networking with industry professionals to find new business opportunities that could enlighten Vitohanan farmers' future and decisions. At least 100 farmer irrigators in the upland barangays of Minglanilla town, southern Cebu, will receive fresh water for domestic use and farm irrigation through the NIA 7, which has been talked about by Pinada in an article in the year 2013. The National Irrigation Administration released a 1.8 million grant for the irrigation projects of upland farmers in barangays Vito and Kadulawan, Minglanilla. These funds were used to buy and install pipes and water pumps for the water spring box system, which covers the 105-hectare area of 2 villages in Barangay Vito, as said by Captain Jennifer Lariosa. This is a big help. It will increase our yield, said Janet Baran, a 38-year-old farmer irrigator, beneficiary in Vito. Barangay Vito has a strong sense of camaraderie, but it has a high percentage of violence due to the fact that other people from different barangays will be there. There have been also instances where unwanted criminals from Sitio Camarin will lay low in other parts of Barangay Vito. That is why they stay together to avoid misfortune and to be safe. Even though there are lots of districts in Barangay Vito, it is not a reason as to why and how they cannot get to know each other. Even if you are a stranger or a foreigner, Vitohanans are trustworthy people even to the others who are not from their barangay. And as time passes by, you will surely feel like you are part of their family. People in Vito are very hospitable and approachable. You can rely on the residents of Barangay Vito, as you can also see how good they are at keeping their area and barangay clean. Even though hospitable people exist in Barangay Vito, there can also be rude and disrespectful people. This illustrates that being too nice is not all that good, because casually inviting them without knowing what they really have to do with you can be disturbing.